everybody, welcome back and welcome to another Lost Records reveal here. 5 albums I think in this one. I'm not really sure how many is in the box anymore. I'm starting to lose count because they're coming over so fast. And I think my sister actually asked me that. She says, what do you want? Do you want air mail or surface mail? And I goes, whatever's cheapest. She said surface mail. And I know now that there isn't such a thing as surface mail. There used to be, but I'd be really surprised if these things are arriving in a boat and you're up in Halifax or whatever, and then on a truck, a UPS van, all the way to here. What I think's actually happening is what a friend of mine suggested is these are getting scouted over here across the Atlantic. It's not that way, right? I think that way is that's a frisbee, right? That's a frisbee. Scouters, we used to call them. All these albums popping along the Atlantic, hitting the shores of Canada. Anyway, this is the 4th. I don't know how many this series is, how long this is going to go on until. Who knows? Until the cupboard's bare, I guess. But for right now, they still exist. There's more here, and we're going to open them up. So here we go. Trusty rusty blade here. I think that this is the most exciting moment, eh? And someone through the week said, can we actually see the album coming out of the package? So, because I listen to my listeners, it's exactly what I'm going to do. You know what, I'm trying to keep these videos under 10 minutes and it's nigh on impossible. Because once I start twittering away about these things, you know, it could go on for a long time. Just as my friend wished, I'm going to get the box here and we're going to open it so we can see it coming out as it comes out. The old... Wow, there it is. Nazareth playing the game. I've lightly played, I would say. I think this one's lightly played. Vague recollection of picking it up. Scottish band. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Well, I suppose you could. I'm going to name them, but I better not. Bay City Rollers. No. Nazareth playing the game. 1976 for this guy. Manny Charlton on guitar. Is that Dan McCafferty there on the singer? But what a voice he had. Shades of that. He would, you know what? Now that I think about it, he might have been a good singer in AC/DC after Bon Scott. Why did they not give him the job? I was really keen on that other guy from AC/DC. It's funny how they call AC/DC the new one or the old one. The Bon Scott is the old band. He's like, that, what was that, 78 I think he finished? Anyway, there you go. Somebody to Roll Down, Homegirl, Flying. Flying, I remember, is Waiting for the Man, Not Sure. No hits. Who cares? Doesn't matter. That's not what this band was about. And at 1976, I did not buy this in 1976, right? There's no chance of that. I bought it in the 80s and probably on the advice, the guidance of some of these mentors that you have. When this was out, I'm not giving my age away, but I wasn't drinking age, put it that way. Okay? It's, you know, not that goes for much because in Scotland I think the drinking age is 6. I think you're allowed to go into a bar or a pub at 6 years old. In fact, it's actively encouraged, to be honest with you. So somebody would have told me, hey, you should give these guys a go, and it would have been somebody that I respected, a mentor, a mature elder statesman, statesperson, a good shepherd, someone telling you what's, you know, there's some music out there that you should maybe have a wee listen to and stop listening to ABBA and Mud and Kenny and the Bay City Rollers. I mean, let's face it. I mean, who didn't listen to the Bay City Rollers when you were that age in Scotland? I know I did. And I wasn't even smart enough to not wear the gear because I'm pretty sure I had quite a few of those tartan shirts. Now, my mum obviously bought them, but I probably asked for them. She says, wait to Ingleston Market and see if you can pick me up a couple of tartan shirts, a white shirt with a wee tartan stripe on it, and I'll go to school and get beaten up. That's what I really want from my life right now. So somebody older that says stop listening to all the other stuff, give these guys, and you need those because that's your guiding light when you're a youngster. And because if you don't listen to those people and you don't take their advice, you end up going down a sorry path, and you end up sticking with those bands, and you don't and you miss out on a lot of quality stuff. This knot might be brilliant, but I'm sure this is pretty good. I think it's going to be your standard fare Rocky Blues thing, but who knows? And I think I just found out recently that Manny Charlton is, and you can tell now when you look at him, was Spanish. He was born in Spain and went, no, I don't like this. I don't like all this heat and all this beautiful scenery and stuff. I think I want to go to Dunfermline. That's where I want to go. No, I'm not giving Dunfermline, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not having a go at Dunfermline or Fife at all. Although it will take a lang spoon to sup with a Fifer. I think my granny told me that. And I still live by it. Sorry, Fifers. I'm going to get killed. So there you go, Nazareth playing the game. The music, here we go. What is it? What is it? What is it? There you go. I remember this one for sure. I think lots of people have this one, right? Lou Reed Transformer. It's all damaged in the front. Look at that. Rip. Now, I would have played this a lot. And I think what was happening, what we've discovered has happened, was that a lot of these records that my sister has been rummaging through and sending over here were mixed in with a whole bunch of others. There was some of my brothers, some of my sister-in-law's, Barbara Streisand. If this is the one that I have, this was a gift. I remember getting this as a Christmas present. And it was this is your good shepherds that I was talking about earlier, these people that kind of take care of you and sort of say, you know what, stop listening to this. Stop listening to that. It's, you know what, you can only go so far with Shawadi Wadi. Whatever the hell it is you're listening to right now. Whatever was on top of the pops was what I was listening to, just like everybody else. So stop that, and so it was a bit of a, here you go, right, and an eye-opener. Lou Reed Transformer, there was two albums I got that Christmas, Lou Reed Transformer, and the other one was Moondance, Van Morrison. That was the two. That was quite a change in path there, and I'm glad I took it. So you just need somebody that's been listening to music a wee bit longer than you. Your guiding light, that good shepherd I was telling you about, make some gentle suggestions that maybe you like these, and I did. Album. Vicious, Andy's Chest, Perfect Day, Hanging Round, Walking the Wild Side. They're all good. Makeup, Saturday I Love, Wagon Wheel, New York. It doesn't really falter in the second side either. A couple of maybe dodgy ones in there, but for the most part, very strong album for Lou Reed. Sadly gone. Another one that's sadly gone. What can you do? And that, look at this cover here of this. A wee guy in Scotland, Livingston in Scotland, grown up, and then you see these pictures there, you sort of go, maybe there's more to life than what I'm seeing at my front door. This kind of stuff. New York. I've been there. I survived 3 days. Exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. Lou Reed Transformer. Solid album, I think. I'm not quite sure what the deal is here, but let's just see if it's coming out. Well, there you go, That's the one I was talking about. That came with the old Lou Reed there. That's quite a nice Christmas present when you think about it, Lou Reed Transformer and Van Morrison Moondance. Happy to see this one again, I'll tell you that much. Although he's off his head now, right? Van Morrison. I don't know what he is up to right now, some of the gibberish that's coming out. I mean, I know some people kind of believe in it and all that kind of stuff, and the longer this lockdown goes on and the pandemic and what you want to call it, the less patience people are going to have for it. People are getting a bit antsy about it now, I suppose. He's definitely, he was had enough of it after 2 weeks, I think. Old Van the man. He's a mystic. Most people, you know, you either love this guy or you hate him. One of the two. And, well, I liked the first one. I saw him once. I did a bit of a story there. Saw him over here in Toronto. Some guy came into the store that I was working in. I was helping him out, fixing something that he needed fixed. He played in the band and he needed it. He says, I've got a gig on Saturday night. And I goes, oh yeah, where are you playing? He says, I'm playing Maple Leaf Gardens. I'm playing with Van Morrison. I'm the leader of the horn section. I went, yeah, right. So yeah. And he goes, no, I am. If you want tickets? And I went, sure. I'll take it. Tickets to see Van Morrison, of course. He goes, look, if you help me out and get this ready in time, you're really going to help me out, so you can go there. And I went down there, and I went up to the box office, and I says, have you got 2 tickets there for under my name? And he goes, yeah, they're here. I was ready to leave. Thought it was just a bit of tomfoolery or whatever. But there they are, 2 tickets, great seats as well. And I sat there. The guy bumbled on. He bumbled. You know what? He sang about 30% of the songs, and I think he came out in his slippers. That's how excited he was to play that night. So I don't know what his gigs are like now, but it was horrible then. It looked like he was as dry as a prune then. Just nothing to offer, and he had somebody else singing key songs, not just like throwaways. It wasn't like, oh, you can sing that one. Probably one of the worst gigs I've ever seen, and I really, really wanted to enjoy it, and I just could not. It was just so lack of effort. It was just a really, I don't know if it was an off night, but I've heard that he's a grumpy bugger. Doesn't like to do interviews and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's putting him in a bad light. This is a classic album. Stormy, Moondance, Crazy Love Caravan, Into the Mystic, superb. Come Running, they're all great. This is one of his best, if not the best. Brilliant. Never really liked the cover on this. Beautiful album. Happy to see this one again, and this is going to be back together again with Lurie, the two of them, side by side. Isn't that sweet? You got your Van Morrison there, which is like borderline brilliant. It might even be brilliant. Let's call it what it is, right? It's brilliant. Lurie Transformer, also brilliant. And Scottish blues rock band, Manny Charlton. One more wee quick story before I go. I used to play with a band, and we had a gig in Dunfermline. I think we were the main band because the band that was supporting us was Manny Charlton's son. I think he was playing the bass, so that's my claim to fame there. Played a gig with Manny Charlton's son. He played before us, and they were still booing them by the time we came on. Thanks for watching. Sorry for all the confusion. Give us a wee like, please. I'm begging. I'm not begging. Yes, I am. I'm begging. Subscribe. That's what I really want. That little wee bell there that you hear, that's the subscribe button. You know what to do. It's a little thumbs up thing there. Just press it. See you all again. Bye for now.